Huge impact. He's tall, long, has good defensive instincts. But all of them were just playing hard, especially defensively. Mm.
Steve has talked about, throughout the course of the season, offensive execution and just improving on that. Where do you feel like you guys are with offensive execution right now, and where is there room to still improve?
Not all the way there yet. I feel like we're still figuring some stuff out. Um, Today would have been, perfect example, especially down the stretch, it's executing, getting what we want, when we want it. But they made it hard on us.
The games in 4 days, feeling some fatigue there late in the game, team-wise?
Yeah, I'm sure everyone is, if not mentally, physically, if not physically, mentally, one or the other, but that's the NBA, that's basketball. We just gotta prioritize our rest and, take care of our bodies and we'll be all right.
What are you able to kind of take away from a loss like this that you can apply going forward?
When you're up, you just gotta keep trying to push the lead. I feel we had a nice little cushion there, but we took our foot off the gas.
All right, let's revisit the odds for tonight's matchup. Presented by Great Resort and Casino, the Warriors did not cover in this 10-point loss. What were you guys telling me pregame about bet the three, or if it's a three, go what?
Yeah.
What was that?
If it's three involved, you pick the Warriors. Usually.
when they don't have tired legs.
Okay. What did they say about having a 17-point?
As Fitz said, before they started leaking oil.
Before they. Yeah. All right, got the Warriors tonight. Also hit the under in this one as defense started to show up. All right, when we come back on Toyota Warriors postgame.
They were hitting shots, I feel like, in our pick and roll coverage. They were getting downhill, and then that was leading to overhelps and then spray out, kick out threes. So,
what challenges come with guarding Baker?
I mean, he's all 7'3", 7'4". You got coaches talking before the game. You have to get up under him, and he had some tough ones. But at the same time, just making it tough for him, trying to be physical with him without fouling. But yeah, he's a tough guard and he played well.
9 of 21 for the most part. You guys were able. You guys have been playing a little bit more in the second half. But for the most part, keep him away from the basket. Was that the game plan? Was that what you were trying to do?
Yeah, just keep him away from the basket. Make everything tough when he catches it in the post. He's going to score some. Obviously, he's a really good player, but just make it every contest or shot with a contest. So.
Yeah, the 3 games and then 4 nights, you head back home for a little bit. How are you ready to get back home?
Yeah, we get a off day tomorrow, but then it's right back to work. And so this is the first week that we haven't won, but we got to get back to winning each week. And so next week's coming, we got to be ready.
Appreciate it, Trace. Thank you.
All right, the Warriors are coming home. They're 12-4. We need to check in with the Dubs Talk crew with Zena and Dalton. And as you guys were watching this game, as you watched the pendulum swing from a very big lead to a 10-point loss, what were you thinking as you process how this game played out?
I was just thinking for the people that turned the TV off in the end of the third quarter, they woke up to a rude awakening in the fourth, because you would have thought the way that the Warriors played this game, at least through the end of the third, that they'd have enough to carry them through to the fourth quarter, but it just seemed like they started hot and ended real cold.
Yeah, it sure did. It was freezing cold in San Antonio after this loss. I mean, look, this was a night that I think the Warriors really did miss Jonathan Kuminga. You think about the fresh legs, the way that he could have maybe attacked downhill when things were getting clunky in those clutch minutes, right? I think about the younger players. You needed a JK in this game. Unfortunately, didn't have him. But you also needed Brandon Podziemski to find his shot tonight. Moses Moody to find his shot tonight. Lindy Waters to find his shot tonight. When Steph Curry and Draymond Green, they look like the oldest players on the floor tonight for the Warriors, and that's going to happen.
Right.
Second night of a back-to-back, and the young guys, they just didn't step up for their older teammates.
That's exactly right. They needed someone to force the issue, particularly in those last minutes. We got to break it all down on Dubs Talk Live, so don't miss it right after this.
All right, well, it is done in suspension. What is that? I don't, because we were wondering, did he poke the ref? No, I think he just pointed.
If he touched the ref, that's 10 games at least. But he didn't touch him.
He just had
Who man's is this?
10 games.
No.
That's a lot. That's a lot, man. The NBA is not doing all that. That's
heavy fine.
Yeah.
No suspension.
It's going to be a big fine. I thought at first when I seen the video, he touched him, he made no contact.
Okay.
Don't try to ask me if you want me to say my.
Sit this one out, Festus, man.
He's got the sillies right now. Are you guys okay?
What's the next
$7 million. Commissioner Festus Azili.
Man,
What are we doing?
Joe, keep your job, man. This guy here.
We'll get you a gavel. You can be like 10 games.
Hey.
Boom, boom. Okay.
Secaucus, hello?
Lindy Waters in the starting lineup. He had a rough game the last game, 0 for 3. Had his shot going a little bit better tonight, guys. And you got to just let him get into rhythm, feel things out. And it feels like Lindy did that a little bit better tonight, Terrell.
Oh, yeah, he took some great shots, a lot of rhythm threes. This one right here was the first one he had hit. And this is what a young player in this league needs, to see one go in. And I think he takes quality shots. That right there, a nice little rhythm dribble and let it go. So good game for him to find a shot.
Mm-hmm. Like most players, you can't let makes and misses dictate your total impact on the game. But when you're playing two guard in the NBA, ultimately, yes, you want to do all the intangibles. You want to hustle, play defense, or rebound. But in this day and age, as a two guard, you got to make shots.
I mean, the different lineups that you see for the Warriors to start the game are, it's GP2 in the lineup. That's a defensive lineup, really wanting to go against the ball handler of the other team. And when you have Lindy Waters starting, it's usually an offensive lineup. They're trying to get a guy who can really stroke it from the three-point line. And right now he's, trying to get the ball rolling again, trying to get quality shots. I think once he starts getting those quality looks from the rim, I think he can get back to being the Lindy Waters who hits shots at an incredible percentage.
Yeah, all right. Lindy Waters also given the two-way effort tonight, guarding CP3. Not an easy task in this game. All right, let's take a look at the Toyota drive ahead. The Warriors on their way home. They are going to face the Nets coming up next. The Nets do have a sub-500 record, but again, with any opponent, that doesn't mean they're going to be easy. Then they have OKC, the team.
What's up, Dub Nation? Welcome back to Warriors News. Today, we're breaking down the Golden State Warriors' frustrating loss to the San Antonio Spurs. After leading by a significant margin, the Warriors couldn't close it out in the fourth quarter. What went wrong? Let's dive into the game, analyze the key moments, and see what the team needs to improve moving forward. The game started strong for the Warriors, with stellar ball movement and sharp execution. Stephen Curry and Draymond Green led the charge, showing why they remain the backbone of this team. But as the game progressed, fatigue and lapses in execution became apparent, especially in the second half. One major issue was the Warriors' defense in the pick and roll. The Spurs exploited gaps, driving downhill and forcing overhelp situations, which led to open three-point looks. The absence of Jonathan Kuminga was also felt. His energy, athleticism, and ability to attack downhill could have made a difference in clutch moments. On offense, some of the younger players, like Moses Moody and Lindy Waters, struggled to find their rhythm. While they had a few good looks, the consistency wasn't there when it mattered most. Second chance opportunities and turnovers further compounded the team's problems, allowing the Spurs to claw back into the game and eventually take the lead. This game is a wake-up call for the Warriors. While they've shown they can compete at a high level, consistency and execution down the stretch are crucial. With matchups against the Brooklyn Nets, Oklahoma City Thunder, and Denver Nuggets coming up, the Warriors need to regroup and focus on fundamentals like ball security, defensive rotations, and finishing strong in the fourth quarter. What do you think, Dub Nation? What adjustments should the Warriors make going forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Warriors News, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Let's keep the energy high and continue to support our team. See you in the next video. Go Warriors!